Hey there, how's it going? Hope everyone's well. As we're spending a lot of time at home right now and I'm spending a lot of time here in the practice room, I thought I'd give you a cheeky drum lesson and show you how to play Fleur de lis. So in this lesson we'll be going through my favourite parts and also the trickiest parts to play in this song. I've even included the drum transcription in the description below in this video, so check that out and it will make it much easier for you to follow along. A little disclaimer, I've got 5 toms on this kit and this song only uses 4, so I won't be hitting this 3rd rack tom in this video. Let's get straight into it. The first part I want to take you through in this lesson is the intro fill. What we've got here is a fill that takes you all around the kit, and at 170 beats per minute it can get pretty manic. So you want to take it slow and make sure you've got a nice flow of 16th notes throughout the pattern. It's important to nail this because we play a few variations of this fill later in the song. We then go into the double bass drum section, and after 4 bars we're into this kind of rhythmic groove on the china. The reason I want to show you this is because in bars 14 and 22 we have 2 ghost notes in the left hand followed by a group of 6 bass drums. Now if we want to keep our sticking or footing in the double bass drum right left, that group of 6 bass drums need to begin with your left foot. At the end of the first chorus we have a fill that goes up the toms instead of down the toms. I'll show you how to play that now. As we're going up the toms, I'd recommend leading with your left hand. If you were to lead with your right hand, I think you're more likely to make a mistake or catch your stick on the rim of the drum. So just as we play right hand lead going down the toms, I think we should play left hand lead going up the toms. Also be wary that when you crash out of the fill on this crash here with your left hand, you're starting off your double bass drum with your right foot, so watch out for flams. Looking ahead to bar 74, I've got another fill to show you. This isn't the most technically difficult fill, but what makes it hard is the speed at which you have to play it. You just have to make sure you keep the kick drums in beats 2 and 3 as solid as you can, and the spacing between the notes as even as possible. This part here has a lot of little bells and splashes in here, which is definitely inspired by listening to Augspurns Red and one of my favourite drummers, Matt Greiner. I think the most important part of this is just to make sure there's no flamming, especially in bar 90 where you have 2 splash hits followed immediately by a snare and a mini china, and you want to make sure that that is as tight as possible. As we come out of the second chorus, we're into the middle 8, and we've got this big drum fill, which is probably one of the most fun parts of this song to play. As you can see, it starts off with groupings of 7, and towards the end of the fill, there are also groupings of 7. So funny story about these 7s, when I was first getting into drumming and I heard groupings of 6, like this, I actually thought they were groupings of 7, like this. Now, I'm not really sure how I practiced this or worked on it, but I just kind of did it. So what I'd recommend is you guys do the same. Take your groupings of 6, 4 in the hands, 2 in the feet, and make them groupings of 7, 4 in the hands, 3 in the feet. Now, it's all well and good nailing those 7s at 7,000 BPM, but the most important part of this fill comes right at the end. This. Surprise, surprise, we have another double bass drum section in the song, but this time on the ride bell. And it's also got a little fill in bar 136, which came from learning how to play this. I play something similar to this in the last pre-chorus of Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, so check that out. But here it's only one bar, it's super quick, and the main thing is to just try and avoid flamming on beat 4 between the ride bell, the snare drum, and the kick. A few bars later, we're into the breakdown section where we don't go half time, but we go quarter time on the china, and in bar 146, we have a cool little bass drum pattern that goes like this. When I was getting into double bass drumming, playing rhythms like this with 2-note groupings was quite tricky. I found myself a bit off balance and a bit all over the place, so that's something to definitely watch out for. This section's super fun, super heavy, so smash the hell out of your china, and then we'll move on to the last part of this lesson. I'll be showing you the fill in bars 163 to 164, which takes you from the first half of the final chorus to the second half. We've got a linear pattern between the hands and the feet going around the kit, and I'll play that for you slowly now. I actually wrote this fill away from the drum kit, and I remember bringing it in here and being super frustrated I couldn't play the pattern correctly more than once or twice in a row. So I took the tempo right down, practiced it slowly, built that into my muscle memory, and the next step was to get that constant flow of 16th notes, because I'm playing all the bass drums with my right foot. So the main aim was just to make sure there was no hiccups and it sounded as clean as possible. And that brings us to the end of this lesson. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you found this helpful, and I hope you enjoy learning the song. Don't forget you can download the full drum transcription in the description below, so grab the full notation, learn the song, and I'd love to see some drum covers. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you very soon.